Hey y'all, I'm Craig with the Bickums, and today we're going to be making a super cute farm. Welcome to our Coop wreath. Got some cute little chickens. Balk, 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 balk. So I hope y'all enjoy it, y'all. This is the little cute sign that we're going to use on a Dollar Tree frame, 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. This is the ribbons that we've picked out, some chicken wire, black and white, and the red raised stitched 1.5 inch on top of that. Going to be super, super cute on top of some natural burlap, y'all. So let's get this party started so we can get this wreath made. It's going to be super cute for somebody that likes to raise some chickens or just has a little farm or something, y'all. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, please. Make sure you share the videos with somebody. Invite somebody to our With the Bickums family. I'm Craig with the Bickums. Let's get this wreath made, y'all. Alright, so let's get these 4 chenille stems on this sign real quick so we can get it out the way. I'm using my 1.5 millimeter jewelry punch to punch the holes in, y'all. We're going to just be using some white chenille stems. Just come inside there. Just enough that you're not going to, not right on the edge, but kind of close. Pop your little holes. We're going to pop 4 little holes straight across from one another. A little pop pop there. This one's going to be really cute though. Really cute for somebody that raises has a little farm or something, or just has a chicken coop, raises a few chickens. So we're gonna go ahead and get them chenille stems in. If I can get the hole, about 1 inch and a half, y'all. Y'all seen me kind of do this before. I appreciate y'all taking some time this afternoon to hang out with me. So just get it wrapped up pretty good. Try to keep it straight, or straight as you can. Just like so. Get all 4 of them in. I have to have my glasses on or I can't see to do it. About 1 inch. A little more, 1.25 inches. Get them twisted. If y'all placed any orders with us at smalltownwreathshop.com, we appreciate it. We got all the orders out today. UPS is already run, so we'll have a few sent out tomorrow with the post office, but other than that, everything when you order will go out Monday, but it will be packed for sure. Last one, last call. Buck, buck, buck. Alright, so we got the sign done. And now we got to put these, we're using 12, we're going to use black. We got 12 pipe cleaners, chenille stems, whatever you want to call them, that we got to get on this frame, y'all. So we're going to go in here by each one of the little cross members, and then we're going to go between each one. So just lay it down. Get you some little extra on the inside because I bring it way down here to twist it. So just kind of twist it and get it, halfway the same length. Kind of about a 1/2 inch. About a 1/2 inch works pretty good. It keeps them fairly close anyway. You're gonna be cutting it all off, or most of it. Doesn't take but a few twists to get them on there. Cable mount. We don't use the cable mounts too much because the humidity down here is so bad, y'all. And the heat and humidity really takes a toll on that. We've tried all kinds of super glue, rapid fuse, E6000. And because everything down here outside overnight gets wet, and then it dries out during the day, and then eventually they start falling off. But that's what we get for living down here in the south, Our humidity down here is bad enough, y'all, that you can walk out some mornings and the ceiling on our porch will actually be dripping water. Side of the house will be wet. That's just how bad the humidity is here in the south. really pretty tough. So we've had better luck with the chenille stems and the metal signs. You do everything you can just to, if you're gonna glue something on that metal, just rough it up. You know, try to get it to hold. I just bring that one from the middle to the outside, then I kind of squeeze them outer rings together a little bit, that way it can kind of get a little bit tighter. It's just the way I do it. Make sure that one's longer, and then just fold it down all the way to the outside before you start pulling on it. This is going to be one of the pancake style wreaths like I normally make. We call it the waffle wreath because it'll be a little thicker than the pancake style wreaths. Alright, so now we got all 12 of those on. So let's get some mesh put on this thing, y'all. Make sure you got some community coffee, y'all. Community coffee. So this is how it comes off the rolls, rolled up. So unroll it opposite, and then just start going down that middle. Just use all your fingers. Kind of work them outside with your pinkies. Get your little bow tie looking little thing. And we're going to start on the outside. I'm going to be all up in these pieces of ribbon here. So just take your pick. Doesn't really matter where you start, as long as you do that outer ring first. So we're going to do the outer ring, couple twists, overlap them. They kind of get together. Fold them under. And if you have to pull something, just pull a little bit through so it overlaps good. You're going to have so much on here, you're going to cover it all up. So as long as it kind of sort of makes a round piece, that's what you're kind of shooting for anyway. And just continue to work your way around that outside. And it doesn't matter which way you work, clockwise, counterclockwise. Just as long as you get the first 6 on and they're laying, you know, pretty good. See, that one want to go on top. I just kind of pull them. Pull on them and make them lay like you like them. Alright, let me get this mesh on and we'll be right back. Alright, so we've got our mesh. We've got our 6 mesh on the outside. I know it looks thin because you can kind of see through this burlap mesh a little bit, but we're supposed to start covering that up. So now we got to cut our dovetails. We've got our ribbon tails cut at 13 inches, and we're going to stack them to cut them. Put it in the middle. We're going to fold it over just like so, wire to wire, and then we're going to cut up toward those wires. Give us that pretty little dovetail. Make sure it's straight again. Fold it over. Same thing. And we've got to do multiple. That one was upside down. Multiples. We got to do 12 of each. So we'll be making 12 cuts of each one. So just keep on keeping on, y'all. Make sure you got it right. The right side upwards. just like so. And just take your time. Like I said, I don't cut a lot of them at a time. You can, but to me it just doesn't cut as pretty of a dovetail. So I just like cutting them like this to keep them the same length. So let's get all these things cut so we can get some of these pretty ribbons on here, y'all. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we got all our ribbon tails cut. Everything dovetailed. 13 inches. We used the 13-inch ribbon tail board from Miss Jenny Sanchez at Wood Bits and Pieces. I will link that in the description below if anybody's interested in that. So just remember, just kind of scrunch up across where you have it folded in half. And we're going to just do the outside where we got our mesh on. Couple twists is all it takes. And then just kind of start separating them. Now you can choose to make your X like so, which is probably what I'm going to do a little bit of. We'll see how it looks. Or you can choose to, no, you know what? Yeah, the top ones will probably be V's, because that's where the sign will be, because it'll be kind of covering up too much of the sign. So just accordion across. Get them in there. Same thing. I'm just going to kind of, we're going to keep with the same thing. Just do the one down, one up. Just like so. I love this red and white ribbon, y'all. I mean, it reminds me of, we do have the bandana ribbon. That actually looks really good too. Just reminds me of a chicken coop or a picnic or something along those lines, something outside. So just get them tied in there and just put them ever how you like them. I mean, if you want to go up with one, I'm gonna just stay in the same kind of the same pattern. This is all wired ribbon, so you can kind of pull it where you want it. You know, make it kind of lay like you want. And that's kind of how they looking. Just like so. So let's get the other three on and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our first set of tails on. Let's get these moved out of the way, because now we got to get the rest of the mesh put on. So we got 6 more pieces of mesh to go on the top, just like we did all the bottom ones. We're just scrunching them up opposite the way they roll on that roll, right down the center. Get your little bow tie. Find one of your ties on your inner ring and just go down, go down in there deep in that tie. Get it pulled pretty tight and get just a couple twists on it, and then make your little circles. Unfold it, pull it, yank it, whatever you got to do to it to get it to lay. Just like so. It ain't got to be perfect. You just want to try to get it down, pretty flat. That's why these don't, that's why we call them waffle wreaths. They don't quite come out as thin as Melly Mel's pancake wreaths. With Sincerely Creative Mom. I'll link her in the description below as well. Just like so. That one there acted right. That one there did good. Huh. Hang on, y'all. Alright, let's make sure we don't skip none. Just like so. And you'll start seeing it, you know, as you start piling stuff on top of each other, you'll start seeing it filling in. This one needs a little pull. Just like so. Alright, let me get these other three in and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got the mesh on the top part. So now we're going to put the sign on before we put all the rest of the tails on. So I kind of like to turn it, y'all. I kind of like to spin it around, and you're going to be moving some of your ribbons and stuff anyway, but I kind of like to get an idea of what I really want my top to be, or my bottom, if that makes any sense. You know, I like to kind of go ahead and pick out which one I want to be where, and then that tells me where I want my sign, and I kind of like that right there. So we're going to set the sign up here. I'm going to get my little handy dandy yarn needle that I use. It's alright, y'all. It's okay. Good Lord took care of us doing this. So we've had to work really hard doing what we do, but it's been a wonderful road. It's been a wonderful door that the good Lord opened up for us, for sure. So just kind of get your sign down in here, and let's get everything just kind of, don't mash it in there too far, but get it snug enough, and then I just pinch it around the bottom, around that inner rim, and I start twisting it. And I just go around that ring, or on, you know, the wire, the inner wire, about 4, 5, 6 times, whatever you want, and I'll come back and tie them at the end. So it's just wrapped around that the frame right now, and we're going to work our way all around all of them. Just try to stay close to where I have it you know, punched through on the sign. Pull it about the same, try to pull it about the same tightness as the bottom one, that way you don't have one pulled, you know, too far. Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is this someone you wanted to sell? Let me get this tied on real quick, y'all, and we'll talk about that. Alright. So let's get this thing finished up here. And see, this one fell right by one of the ties, and that one did too, but it's all good. So just kind of work with what you got there. And the same thing, just don't pull too far. Get it pulled. Lord, I don't know who's here. All right. This is like one of the most aggravating things on doing the wreath, y'all. Tying the sign. Last one. Last but not least. You just want to make sure. I don't like my signs to be, you know, moving around much. Like I said, and I do tie them on at the end when I'll come back, because you got, you know, you got probably 6 inches of chenille stem still hanging out the back. So you got plenty. Just make sure it's where you need it to be. And now we can start putting the rest of the ribbon tails on. Now a lot of the times when I do this, I'm doing 2.5 inch ribbons. I do like the 2.5 inch ribbons on top of each other on this because it takes up so much more, you know, covers up so much more, if that makes any sense. So now with these, instead of doing them like an X, we're just going to do these kind of like a V. We're going to let them kind of angle down, kind of stay around the sign, because if you'll start covering your sign up a lot if you don't watch it. So we're just going to kind of leave one kind of straight a little bit, and we're going to bring the chicken wire one down, and then we're going to kind of, you know, give them that little bit of shape. Remember, it's all wired ribbon, so you can do a lot with it. And just work your way around until you got all 6 on the top on. So it's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna quite cover quite as much because you got 1 2.5 and 1 1.5 inches. Kind of the same thing. Gonna let that one go down, this one go down, and let that one kind of stay there, just like so. So let me finish these up and we'll be right back, y'all. Alright, y'all. So we got our ribbon tails on. So you can see it starting to fill in mighty nice. You'll be having to move all your ribbon tails around. Now we're going to get this black tubing in, y'all, so it can give it that nice little extra pop. So we're going to make some little loops here. 4 little loops. And then we're going to cut him off. And then we're just tying them in right on the top of the ribbon tails, just with a couple twists. Make sure that they turn right, kind of going around that sign. I may have to open up another bag, I don't know yet. So just get them on there. We're going to cut all this excess chenille stem off, or pipe cleaner. I think it's going to look good. It's going to look good, y'all. You know, if you don't like it, take it out. This one here is going to have a little haircut. Got some old stuff coming off. Give him a little snip. I like that, y'all. I like that little pop. Yes, ma'am, they can. These wreaths really last really good outside, y'all. They absolutely do. And this one's really thin. This is one of the thin wreaths. Let me get this one on and I'll show you. Let me finish this up and I'll show you how thin it is. If you have, you know, a glass door, a storm door, so it'll close. Your storm door will still close between it and your regular door. They're only about 5 inches deep. I know some of them get a little bit thinner, like 4. Ours always come out to be about 5. That's why we call it the waffle wreath. Not quite as flat as a pancake. But yeah, everything on here it will hold up to the outdoors, and then you can take it down and store it. So let's see, y'all see how that's working out? So you got that little black pop around the sign. See how thin that thing is? Y'all, that's my hand. So it's very thin. These come out to be about they're about 22 inches, y'all. Well, this one, if you put him in like right there, you know, well, with that one poking out right there, about 24 inches. But usually they come out, if I can keep them closed up, they come out to be about 22 by 22 by 5. But you could say 24 inches. And then you work all your ribbon tails down. You know, bring everything out so you can see it. Make sure it's covering anything that you want it to cover. We've got to cut all these little excess off. You know, but just move all your tails around. I like to do that after I've got it hung up. When I've got it hung up, so I can kind of take a look at it. I can kind of see what's laying where, what needs to be moved. So we'll get to that in just a minute, y'all. So let's cut all these chenille stems off a little bit. So we're going to cut all these chenille stems off. You can use your scissors or you can use your little wire cutters. And then I fold it. Take all them little pieces and I fold them down. You don't want that poking nobody. Oops, I missed one. I missed him. Just fold them under. You know, just take that little bit of extra time to make it lay right. And I'll decide. I'll have to open up another bag if I want to go around the outside. I'm going to cut all of these short, but I'm not going to do it till I decide whether or not I want some of this tubing around the outer rim too. But that's how it looks, y'all. It's gonna be super cute. Welcome to our coop. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna decide whether or not to put, if you think I should put this in more tubing around the outside, let me know in the comments, and we'll take care of that for sure. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up if you got any value out of it. We really appreciate you coming to hang out with Craig with the Bickums, y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed this. Welcome to our coop waffle wreath. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.